Your morning blitz begins now.
Yeah, let's do it on a Monday. Welcome to another week. High of 71, partly sunny today. Should be a gorgeous day to start the week off as we gear up and get ready for the holiday weekend.
Ooh, that's this weekend.
Yes, it is. I can't believe that it's Memorial Day.
Yes.
I always get Memorial Day and Labor Day mixed up. All the time.
Really?
All the time. So, rolling into the unofficial start of summer, actually.
Yep.
Like, we are 1 week away.
Time for pools to open and all that.
Yeah, that's crazy to think.
But I think Sonic stole Memorial Day weekend's weather.
Right.
Because it looks like we're going to be in like the 60s.
Yeah, it's going to be cool this week.
That's perfect for me. That's the absolute perfect temperature, low 60s. I don't even care if it's raining. I like that. I don't need it any hotter. I don't need it any colder. This is Kelly Quinn's weekend.
That's not grilling weather.
It's not grilling weather.
Yes, it is. We grill through the entire summer. The entire winter.
Don't get me wrong. I do too.
Yeah.
But ideally, I want 75 and sunny.
Charlie has a whole setup where he can grill in the rain. I'm telling you, we grill no matter what the conditions are.
That's the one thing I love about my current house up in Detroit is that we've got a covered back patio in the backyard.
Yeah.
Not patio, but like area. So that's where my grills are. Yeah, you can totally grill out there. So, but for the holiday weekend, sunny and 70 is preferable. I'm just saying. So I'm a little concerned to kiss about today. I'm very curious as to how today is going to go because for the first time ever on my drive to work, I've only got 3 red lights right now between here and work. I mean, it's throwing distance to Westside Jeff's house where I have been staying over the past couple months, and for the first time since I've come here, I hit all 3 red lights on the way to work, and I'm a little mad. Not going to lie.
But that just means you got to sit in that awesome car that I was just looking at.
Oh, you got your car.
I was just out
I
back.
got to go see it.
Oh, it is beautiful. It is a badass.
What'd you get, a Duster? What did you get?
Duster?
Yeah, isn't that a Plymouth? What'd you get? I forget. You showed it to me, but I forget what kind it is. Yeah, like from the 70s, a Plymouth Duster. Have you ever seen one of those? They're cool.
No,
They're old school, man.
I got a Charger.
A Charger.
Not a Duster.
I knew it was something that ended in ER.
Not a Duster.
A Charger.
Yeah, I got a Charger. Yeah.
Dude, it is sweet.
That's pretty nice.
It is, man.
I'm not gonna lie. You get a little extra time in that fancy car.
I picked it up on Saturday, and we had some errands to run, and so it was like, all right, well, because Nora came down, and we had 2 cars when we met up, and then I was like, well, let's drop your car off, and then we can go run our errands. And the first thing I had to do was like come down here and get on the 131 right here, and. No, what's right here? 71?
670?
670.
There you go.
There it is. I'm learning the highways. 670. Came around that corner, stepped on it, and Nora's face went.
Was it like 0 to 90?
That's exactly what happened. Is I stepped on it, and I was like, oh. And I was like, in that short amount of time, we were at 94.
Ooh, roller coaster feels.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to leave today without letting me hear it start.
Okay. Okay. Let me tell you, since Saturday, there has not been a time that the car hasn't started and I haven't gone, swear to God.
I know.
Every single time the car starts, I go, It's pretty nice. How was your weekend, Kelly?
It was great. I had a great weekend.
Good.
I experienced the Top Steakhouse for the very first time in my life. The Top has been around for decades. And I tell you, it is like you're stepping into the 1950s. It is the coolest restaurant in town. It's called The Top. It's a steakhouse. It is really old school. They have like a guy who plays the piano.
Yeah.
But, otherwise they'll be playing Frank Sinatra and stuff like that. It literally looks like you walked into the 50s. It is delicious food, top-of-the-line steak. The onion rings are, like, enormous.
Right.
I don't know. It was a really cool experience, and I can't believe I have not been there
I haven't
until
either.
now.
Real quick, sorry, Doug. Just so you know, he said it's bad luck not to name your car. It's already been taken care of because this Charger is black on black on black, and I've already got the love of my life, who is Bunny. What's that?
This is a Charger.
Oh, yeah. I've already got the love of my life, who is Bunny. So I'm driving Black Bunny.
Okay, I think you should call it Dusty, short for Duster.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
No, that's not happening because it's not a Duster.
Again, it's not a Duster.
It is not a Duster.
Oh, listen to that.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of your guys' chubs over the sound.
Purrs. It just purrs. How was your weekend, Vic?
I was good. Got some good fishing in Friday.
I was going to say, Friday you went fishing? How many did you catch?
About 20.
About 20?
You caught 20 fish?
Me and my partner, yeah. Me and my buddy Joe.
Yesterday morning, before Nora left, we went to go grab brunch real quick, and we went to Grandview Cafe over there in Grandview, and we're sitting there, and I look out, and the golf is on, and the PGA Championship, and there's like 11:30. I look over, and on ESPN, they had some bass fishing tournament thing.
Yeah. Bassmaster Elite Series.
Thank you. And so I took a picture of the TV, and I sent it to Vic. I was like, I'm learning so much.
Oh, I sent him a video, too, of some guy tripping with a giant fish in his hands, falling, and the thing just, slid all the way back into the water.
I saw that video. Yeah.
That's fishing life.
Well, I'm glad you had a good day fishing. So
it was.
Let's get into a great week leading up to the holiday weekend. We will begin with Blitz Morning Trivia. Thick, what you got?
All right. John Madden, icon of the NFL. There's a biopic coming out about him. Nicolas Cage will play John Madden in it. We want to know who will play Al Davis, who was the owner of the Raiders, which Madden coached for.
Good.
So, Nicolas Cage, everybody, I think, already knew about, so I thought I'd make it a little bit harder. Who will play Al Davis in the Madden biopic? Be the first one to text in the correct answer at 99700. We'll hook you up with a $25 gift card to go spend at Waterbeds and stuff.
All right, let's get that answer for Blitz Morning Trivia, Thick.
All right, there is a Madden, John Madden, biopic coming out all about John Madden. Nicolas Cage is going to play John Madden in this biopic. Who will play Al Davis, the owner of the Oakland Raiders? And that would be Christian Bale.
Okay.
Oh, good for him.
Oh, good for you. He doesn't have any of that.
No meltdowns.
Meltdowns on there. Yeah, so, Al Davis owned the Raiders, who John Madden won a Super Bowl as the coach of the Raiders. So Nicolas Cage is Madden. You said he's got some enlargements.
Hey, look, he's definitely got some face prosthetics on. His body obviously isn't as big and as bad as Madden's.
Right.
So I don't know if he did the natural weight gain thing or if he's using some sort of fat suit or something, but yeah, he's not as huge, but you can definitely see in his face. He's got the extra jowls going on.
Man, I miss John Madden. I mean, he wasn't really, he was kind of just for the average fan, the things, he'd explain things so in detail, and it's like, okay, we get it, but...
Yeah, but then
he was
other times, other times, he would also state, the most blatant, obvious stuff.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you meant he got into the weeds with the X's and O's.
Oh, no, he would, he'd first you want to get to the playoffs, and then you win there, and then you get to the Super Bowl, and then you win that, and then you're champion.
Right.
Yeah, that's how that works, John.
He just couldn't tackle him because the other guy ran faster.
Right.
You think?
He takes it up in that 6-hole, then bounces it out to the 8-hole.
Right.
Yeah, he does. Sometimes when the 6-hole ain't working, you got to go for the 8-hole. That's just how it works.
Here it is. This is great.
You start off, and your goal is to win the Super Bowl. And then what you want to do, first of all, you win your division, and then you get a bye the first week of the playoffs, then you get home field throughout the playoffs, then you get to the Super Bowl and win it.
That's it. That's
Wait,
all
is
you
that how it
do.
happens? Thanks for that. Had no idea.
You like offense with your hot gloves, you're getting it tonight.
That's exactly it.
These balls are going all over the place.
He's the best.
Well, we will see how that all pans out. I'm interested in the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know a ton of John Madden's life story. I mean, I know obviously that he played, he coached, and then went on to commentary and gave us one of the greatest football video game franchises of all time. Well, probably the greatest football franchise video of all time.
Yeah, it says it'll follow him from his Super Bowl win, his partnership with Al Davis and the Raiders, to creating Madden NFL and becoming an icon in the TV booth.
Now, I remember I mentioned over Sonic Temple after a dream came true and I sat down with Linkin Park that during their show there was a moment where Shinoda was kind of talking to the audience, and a little corner of my heart thought that I was going to maybe get a shout out from Shinoda talking about bringing Emily on and thank you for continuing your musical journey and all that kind of stuff. And it didn't happen. Thick, when this movie comes out, will you be sad if you're not somewhere in the credits as, like, former number one Madden player in the country, in the world? Should they list all the number one NFL Madden players
in history who've
you,
ever been ranked number one?
Yeah.
Yes, they absolutely should.
And you get your name in the credits there at the end of the movie?
Yes.
Thank you to these people, and you're thanked in the movie credits?
Lord Zor.
Yeah, they should do that.
By the way, Zach Powers from Columbus was the first one to text in the correct answer and got $25 to waterbeds and stuff.
Congratulations, Zach. We'll have another chance to win tomorrow morning with Blitz Morning Trivia. It's 99.7 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
Oh, we begin in Nashville. You know, a lot of drunken debauchery goes down in Nashville. I mean, it's what Broadway Street is for, to go have a good time, see some live music, get your drink on, and party it up. But when it leads to other things, like taking off your clothes and stealing a party bus, then you've got issues. Because there are a lot of party buses around Nashville. It's a very popular thing to do. Get your friends together, get a party bus, go bar hopping, do the damn thing. But when you leave the party bus unattended with the keys in it, you take a chance of a man taking off all of his clothes, jumping in, and going on a joyride, taking out multiple cars in the process. This story comes from WZTV in Nashville. Take a listen to some of the
All of a sudden I heard a loud bang outside. 2 cars were running, trying to share one lane here. To be honest, it was so loud I thought it was gunshots at first.
Probably just have to scrape up all of our pennies right here and go get another bus to keep the show on the road until we figure out what's going on.
I almost took a job in Nashville when I finally left out Colorado after 14 years. Had been laid off from the radio station. I had a friend that lived out there. Him and his wife had the house to themselves. They said, come stay with us and, you know, check out Nashville. And sure enough, I went there. But I went in February of 2021. So they were still kind of reopening. We're still kind of in the tail end of COVID and things like that. And tourist season hadn't started yet. So they said about April is when everything picks up. But I almost got a job driving, you can drive golf carts up and down Broadway, almost like a smaller version of a taxi. And I guess some people make buku bucks doing that.
Well, I'll tell you, if you can get in the bachelorette business in Nashville.
Well, here's the thing. I was single at the time, going to Nashville, and they're like, if you're a single guy and you want to meet some people, drive one of these golf carts. Bachelorette parties up the wazoo.
That's the place
to
to go,
meet who
I
you
guess.
want to meet. Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out. And I applied, but I didn't. They weren't quite hiring yet because it wasn't quite tourist season. I almost got a job as a bartender working at Dick's Last Resort.
You would
I
have been
think
great.
that could have worked for you.
That's borderline dream job. Serve drinks and just rip on people.
Yeah, abuse people.
Because I've witnessed it firsthand. Kelly, if you'd have seen him roast my son's friend Steve at Sonic Temple, I mean, it went on for half an hour. It was phenomenal.
I couldn't stop. I was on
Well, he made it easy.
He did make it easy.
And he brought it on himself.
He did. And he tried to retaliate, and I was like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't. If you try and retaliate, you're resetting the clock. I'm just going to keep going.
Tyler said, Steve, you brought a knife to a gunfight, man. Go, just stop. End. You're dead.
He brought a knife to a nuclear war.
Yes, he did.
Your second story takes us down to Florida. It's a WTF. What the Florida? 32-year-old woman in Ocala. I always forget how to say it. Ocala, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, Ocala, Florida. She was arrested after alleging refusing to pay her tab at a steakhouse. The incident occurred on May 6th when the Ocala Police Department responded to a call regarding a woman who would not pay her bill. Mark's Prime Steakhouse claimed that the woman owed $99.53, and when an officer attempted to escort the suspect out of the restaurant, she became agitated, even going so far as to punch the officer in his cash and prizes.
Oh, no.
She's being charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and swindling an innkeeper.
These nuts.
That is an actual law. They haven't changed the name yet. If you don't pay your tab, if you dash and dine, you have swindled an innkeeper. I kind of am I leaving the saloon?
It sounds like some out of Game of Thrones.
I swindled an innkeeper out of 3 doubloons.
You're sentenced to a week in the stocks.
Right? Yes. I just want to know. She punched the officer in his no-nos. Did she do it Johnny Cage style from Mortal Kombat, where she did the splits and then pow!
Yeah.
And dropped down. Yeah, just punched him right in, trying to avoid arrest. Because that would have been amazing.
That is a move. Like, you could just kick. It's much easier.
It is.
But then you just crouch down and then fire a punch.
Not as much showmanship as just falling into the splits and just uppercut. You just uppercut the sack.
Oh.
Just right there in the taint. Blah! What? Be pretty great. But you're not so breaking news. 99.7 The Blitz. I saw this list online. I thought it'd be funny to kind of go over and see if you have any of your own, because someone asked the question, do you have any weird rules you made up for yourself when you were younger? Or maybe, in your 20s, whatever. But you still follow them to this day. Like this first one, I completely agree with. If you need to retie one shoelace, you have to retie the other one. Because if you don't, then your 2 shoes are at different tensions and it just feels weird.
Oh, okay.
Totally agree with that. I don't think I've ever just retied one shoe. Yeah. Got to do both. Someone said each armpit gets the same number of deodorant swipes. If you do 6 swipes on one, you got to do 6 swipes on the other.
That makes sense.
I mean, some of these are almost like people with mild OCD like me. Like, I totally get this. Someone said, here's a rule I made up that I follow. When you meet someone, you can't swear in front of them until they swear in front of you. But once they do, you can let loose.
Okay.
Because you don't know if they're a swearer or not. Someone's rule is if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm not allowed to look at the time. Because if I do, then it gets in your head. You're like, I've only got, if I fall back asleep now, then it's too soon to my alarm. Or I hope that this happens. And it's, it's only this time. So I just don't even look at the clock. I just try and go back to sleep.
Interesting.
Yep. Someone's rule is when I'm eating, I save a bite of my favorite thing for very last.
Yep.
So that's how the meal ends.
Yep.
Just on that. Do you do that thing?
Every time.
Every time.
Every time. The best bite for last.
See, I always save, I call it the perfect bite. Like whatever that perfect combination is of steak with a little mashed potato and, make sure you get that perfect bite in there. I like this one. This is a nice person. Their rule is if I find a penny on the ground but it's not heads up, I'll flip it over and leave it so the next person has the good luck when finding the penny.
Oh, isn't that considerate?
That's a very nice person.
Yeah.
Let's see. Someone's rule is I'll never brag about a random act of kindness because if you tell someone about it, it cancels out the good karma.
Agreed. There's nothing worse than watching somebody brag about being a good person.
Like, it's almost like you should be that good person anyways. There's nothing really to brag about.
Let somebody else brag on your behalf. Don't ever do it for yourself.
Right. Do you know what
look.
this person did? It was so amazing. Not look what I did.
What's the saying? Stay humble and let others be proud.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Kelly, can you think of like a life rule that you have or follow?
Step on a crack, break your mother's back.
Oh.
I still don't like stepping on cracks.
Really?
Just a habit as a kid. You leap over the cracks in the sidewalk.
Okay.
And I still don't really, I will step on a crack. It doesn't break my mom's back, I found out. So,
right, yeah, very good.
But I don't like doing it.
Yeah, when you see one, that pops in your head every
don't
time.
Don't step on it, yep.
Could you just imagine walking down the street, chilling with your parents, and you all of a sudden, and your mom just goes,
Son of a bitch, it was true!
Think you got a rule that you can think of that you follow?
Yeah, and it's funny because I am definitely not a superstitious person, but there is one. That is, if you catch a bass on your first cast, it's bad luck for the rest of the day. So I'll just toss it, 10 feet, reel it in real fast so that I don't catch one on the first cast.
Oh, really? Okay. I like that.
And that's, since I was a kid, that's been a rule. Don't catch one on your first cast, for the rest of the day is going to suck.
So you just drop it in the water real
basically,
quick,
yeah. Just toss it 5 feet.
Get the first one out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, it's stupid, isn't it? It is. No, it's stupid.
I mean, Okay, yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Especially since I'm not a superstitious person.
Right. It's nothing to do with it. I'm trying to think of a rule I follow. 800-821-9970. I'd love to hear from someone. If you've got a rule that you follow and you have for a very long time, what might that life rule be? Jeremy, don't yank it more than once a day. Okay, that could be a rule you can follow. I mean, if that's your rule, that's fine.
When I am putting groceries away, I always turn the label, the contents, calories, and all that. What do you call it? Ingredients or whatever.
Nutritional facts.
Label goes to the back of the cupboard. I don't want it facing out.
Because you don't want to see what you're eating?
I don't want to see it.
You don't want to
have
it rubbed in your face?
Exactly.
So you have so many calories?
I don't want you, I don't need to be beat over the head by how many calories I'm about to eat.
Shut up, Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is intentional.
Yep.
Yes, I did pour the entire box into a mixing bowl.
And I don't want to know what I'm eating.
Right. Let's see. Jeff says, if I think something's going to happen, I don't talk about it or tell anyone. Okay, I can kind of see that rule.
Yeah.
Just let it play out. Some low expectations. Don't put it out.
Yeah, but then when it does happen, don't you want to say, I knew it? I called it.
Kind of.
But you didn't call it. You kept it to yourself, and so you can't brag about it. I'm always I think this is going to happen. And if it does, bragging rights. If it doesn't, I can say, I'm always wrong. Don't listen to me.
So you've got a scapegoat either way.
Exactly.
But you want to make sure the brag is teed up, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Because you've got no problem being wrong.
I don't.
But you want the brag being teed up, ready to go. I love that. 800-821-9970. So do we have any more rolling in here? I try not to eat after 9 p.m. That's a good rule, Kenny. A lot of people tell you to do that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on that weight loss journey.
Nathan says, don't eat the last of anything. Don't be the one who's eating the last of anything. I get that. Leaving an empty container in the fridge.
I get that, and I could agree with that rule. That might be the nice thing to do. Don't eat the last of anything. But I will say, with a 16-year-old and the 13 in the house,
you're in competition.
FDK. Straight up FDK.
Yeah,
I am eating the last thing. You don't get to always enjoy the last of something. Because I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the kitchen to get oh my God, we finished dessert, we finished dinner. Nora and I will be on the couch, be like, it'd be great right now. Let's just nightcap it with an ice cream sandwich.
Let's get into those ice cream sandwiches.
And we go, gone. And we just bought them not even 36 hours ago. And the box of 12 is gone. Oh, just the rage that fills my body when that happens. You got one over there, Thick?
No, I was trying to think. I remember, what was it? If you said things at the same time and you said Jinx.
Oh, yeah, you
buy
owe me
me
a
a
Coke.
Coke.
Yeah, that's it.
You owe me a Coke. Jinx. You can't talk until you buy me a Coke. Wait, no, that doesn't work for this show. Damn, we can't do that.
By me.
Go ahead.
No, Samantha says, since I was a kid, we'd always honk to hear the echo in tunnels near the airport, and now it's just a good luck thing. She still does it to this point. Honks in a tunnel.
What about
I like that.
Make the semi-trucker?
Yeah.
Have you seen the little twin kids, the girl and the boy? They're probably 3 years old. They stand outside and they make the honk thing, and every time a truck goes by and honks, they look at their mom and they run toward her like, it worked! It worked!
Not seeing
It's
that.
so cute.
I feel really bad right now because I can't remember his name, but it was like a year and a half ago, Kelly and I got a truck driver to call in and do it for us. And he was actually listening in, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I can't remember his
How
name.
about the
It's
power
killing
of me and Thick getting someone to honk their horn? That's the
Just
power.
So powerful. Chuck, I like this one. Here's a great rule. I make sure I smoke a joint before my first day at work so they think that's my normal state.
Oh, hey. Yeah, keep those expectations
Very
low.
good, sir. Yeah, no, this is how I always am. 99.7 The Blitz.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
19 dead in Kentucky, 7 in Missouri, and 2 in Virginia from a storm system Friday that included devastating tornadoes. I don't know if you guys saw any of the footage of the tornadoes and the wreckage.
I didn't see the footage, but I saw the map of the confirmed tornadoes.
Yeah.
There were a lot.
Yep. Kentucky and Missouri facing the possibility of more severe storms today. Officials have increased the reward for the capture of 7 of the 10 inmates who escaped from a New Orleans jail by getting through a hole behind a toilet on Friday. Did you guys see it? So apparently, I mean, I hope they catch these guys because they are criminals. But just after midnight Friday, a corrections monitoring technician in New Orleans stepped away for some food. He's on the overnight shift. All these guys are supposed to be locked down in their cells, but no, this guy leaves to get some food, and these inmates start tugging and pulling at a cell door until it broke open, and then they went into a handicap cell and somehow were able to squeeze through this hole in the wall behind a metal toilet that had been
ripped the
dislodged.
toilet off the wall.
Yeah, ripped the toilet off the wall, so there's this hole, and 10 of them escaped, but not before leaving a message on a wall that said, "Too easy, LOL." But two, they said TO.
Right.
So, you know.
They are criminals.
They are criminals. They have a life of crime.
Yeah.
I guess they don't know the right to use there.
They're not scholarship collegiate.
That's half of social media. Come on.
That is true.
Yeah. We all know what they meant.
Hey, I still Google TO and TOO all the time.
You wouldn't have made that mistake. You would have Googled before you left
Absolutely
that cell.
would
Yeah.
have.
Well, 3 of the 10 inmates have been recaptured, but 7 are still out there. They range in age from 19 to 42. Their charges include murder, aggravated assault, and domestic battery. So these aren't low-level guys. The FBI reward has been increased to $10,000 per inmate. And the ATF and the Crime Stoppers are also offering money to get these guys back behind bars. Well, it is a bad time to be a big-time drummer. Foo Fighters have parted ways with Josh Freese. They say he says that they called to let him know they decided to go in a different direction. And he says other than that, they didn't give him any reason. Freese joined the Foo Fighters in 2023, succeeding the late Taylor Hawkins. It's currently unclear who will drum for Foo Fighters going forward, but they're really not doing any shows, so I don't know. They have one scheduled performance right now at the Singapore Grand Prix on October 4th. That's the only scheduled show they have right now.
Sonic Temple 2026.
Yeah, come back.
Fingers crossed. Sonic Temple 2026.
And for the second time in a month, The Who fired their drummer, Zach Starkey. Zach is Ringo Starr's son. Last month, we talked all about this. The band, I guess they were really mad about how he was playing his drums. So they announced they parted ways with him. Zach Starkey was like, what? He didn't know, but he got fired. A couple days later, they brought him back. They're like, we've mended fences. Everything's cool. He's back in the band. Well, yesterday on Instagram, Pete Townsend posted that Starkey's left the band to pursue new projects, and they wish him well. And Starkey's like, oh no, I didn't leave the band. You fired me again. He said that I guess they called and said, hey, would you mind just saying that you left the band to pursue new projects? And he said, no, I do mind that. I did not leave the band on my own. I would never leave The Who. So I guess they're really done with him this time.
Yeah, that's kind of rude. Just go ahead and admit that you stepped down. No, you fired me.
You fired me. I'm not going to lie. So anyway, those are 2 drummers looking for work. And those are your 3 things.
All right, very nice. Coming up next, we talked about this last week, and it's coming to fruition because I can't even remember what the conversation was, but Kelly admitted that back in her childhood, one of her favorite things was to take a spoonful of Nestle Quick powder straight to the mouth.
Oh, yeah, I don't need any milk. Just give me a spoonful of the powder.
And I said, there's no way that is any good.
Oh, are you kidding? It's delicious.
So sure enough, sitting right here, I'm staring right at it, is a container of Nestle Quick powder. And we are all going to give this a try.
Now, let me warn you, there is a choking hazard, okay?
Yeah.
Well, here's one thing we have to do is when we do it, we have to turn away from the equipment.
Right.
Because if there's a...
There will be.
All right.
Guaranteed. Yeah, so we'll face away from the expensive equipment.
Are those microphones still hooked up to the board over there?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Well, let's one at a time. We'll figure it out and we'll step over there and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the key is doing this slowly. Like, don't shove it all in real fast and try to...
I think either way, there's a hazard that we need to be concerned about because
it's so good. You guys are not going to be disappointed.
Okay.
I'm turning you on to a brand new snack.
I don't know about this, but we're going to do it.
I haven't done it since I was 12, but
okay.
I'm
Great.
sure it still tastes just as good.
Those things you loved as a kid are never
the same.
Never as good.
Never the same.
I can't wait. I'm about ready to bust into that now.
Gosh, man.
We're going to do it. right, here we go. Nesquik. Just a heaping spoonful right in the mouth of the dry powder. No milk needed, according to Kelly.
Yep.
Something she did back as a child. But here's the thing. I agree with you, Natasha. We got a text. Kelly, you haven't done this since you were 12. It sounds like you're setting the guys up. You made it sound like you do this every morning, like currently. Like it's like part of your daily routine. Yeah.
No, I don't think I did. I said back when I was a kid, I would sneak into my aunt's food pantry because we didn't get Quick. But my cousins did. And so when I would spend the night there, I'd sneak into the pantry and get an enormous spoonful of it, jam it in my mouth. But no, it's not current. But I will do it currently. And if it's good, I'll keep doing it currently.
You'll keep doing it.
I'll get it as a snack. You better believe it.
I did do the cinnamon challenge. What was it, 15 years ago when that was a thing?
Oh, and this is better.
That was not easy. That was definitely a thing.
Because cinnamon's not sweet. It's not a treat. That's meant to torture you.
It's still just the powder.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot. You got that working, Thick?
Yes.
Check 1, 2. Oh, you do have that working. Okay, great. So I can walk over here with this.
Yes.
Wow, that's a beautiful, beautiful tool. I can walk all the way over here.
Look at that.
All right, so am I going to be the guinea pig over here then?
Go ahead and take a good healthy
spoonful. It's just
spoonful.
you two. It's just you and Kelly, right?
Heck, it is.
Oh, no, you're not getting out of this.
I went and got it. I figured I did my part.
Let me see.
Oh, no.
Is it, I mean...
I think Kelly should have to go first.
That's not really a man-sized scoop.
Are you kidding me?
That seemed to be a pretty level teaspoon. I'd like to see at least a heaping. Oh,
that is heaping.
I mean, okay.
Hold on, we need this. We need video of this. Hold on one second.
The Nesquik challenge, is that what we're calling this?
We definitely need to video.
We're going to cause kids to choke all over TikTok after this.
Yeah, don't choke, please. All right, Nesquik, heaping teaspoon, no milk, right down the gullet.
Well, aren't you supposed to hold it in your mouth, Kelly?
However you want.
Here we go. Oh, God, I wanna.
You can't just swallow it like that. You just see the dust just flew out of Goose's mouth. Do you have anything to drink in here?
I'll say this. I will say this. Oh, I had the watering. I'll say this. Much better than cinnamon. Easier than cinnamon. And not bad. It just takes a minute. Takes a minute for it to settle. Oh, Rod, tears in my eyes. Kelly? Yes. Come on, here's the microphone.
Right.
Now, Kelly, didn't you say you'd let it just sit in your mouth?
I don't remember.
That's what you said.
Okay, fine. What is that?
I just wanted to know. I thought is that the way to do it so that you don't do what happened to Goose?
It did sit in my mouth.
All right, here's what I'm talking about.
Oh, my God. It's a giant.
Oh.
Terrible idea.
What? Are you crazy?
It's shaking.
Yeah, that was too much. That was too much.
She's holding her nose.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway, it's really good.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, she's got it all over the end of the microphone.
Yeah. Oh, the smile that you just made.
Oh, my gosh, you guys. Okay. It's so good, though. Maybe a little bit less of a spoonful.
All right, Thick. Come on.
Ready?
Kelly, will you take the video so you can get up close and personal? Because, wow.
I am not doing a size as Kelly. No way.
There's no way. Oh, you got to do bigger than that, though, Thick. I did bigger than that.
After watching what happened to you guys?
There we go. Oh, uh-oh.
All right, you got it?
All right, here we go. Thick with the spoonful.
And
how's it? What's it like, Thick? He can't talk. It's too much. I told you, it takes a minute.
Why?
What? All right. I agree.
I like coffee.
I agree that it's better than the cinnamon challenge, but overall, not recommended. Not recommended.
Okay, wait.
What's your review, Thick?
Well, the aftertaste is pretty good.
Right.
Now that but it's too much at once.
It's too much at once. It takes a minute to get through.
That I couldn't believe the size of the scoop Kelly put in there.
But like the tail end is so good. Do I have chocolate all over my face?
No, I feel like my lips are all covered. So, well, thank you, Kelly, for the genius idea of, we got to clean that microphone too. Hopefully Bill hasn't turned on the radio yet in his office, the engineers.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to have to wipe off the table too.
I mean, it was a nice experiment, wasn't it?
Chris, no, we will not now be snorting a line. We're going to pass on that one, but...
oh, now we can't have fun.
I'll just say this. Not awful, but definitely try at your own risk, and don't do it around any electronics equipment.
Right.
Because there will be some sort of powder cloud.
I'm proud of you guys. That was a great effort. You guys, you really came through for me. You helped me relive a lovely childhood memory, and it was just as good as I remembered.
Everything you hoped and dreamed?
Everything.
I think, but you got to hold it in there. If you try to just swallow that whole spoon, it's just no way.
You got to get some saliva going in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's 99.7 The Blitz. Yeah, welcome to your Monday. It's going to be a perfect Monday, too. High of 71, partly sunny. Great way to start the week. Looking forward to an amazing week leading up to the holiday weekend. Lot going on. I had to make sure that I was fully rested for this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I took a little bit of extra gummy last night to help with the extra hard Z's. And before I fell asleep, all that gummy action kind of kicked in, so I was inside my own head for a little bit. I wanted to share some of the thoughts I had before I fell asleep last night. These are some of my gummy thoughts that I had while laying in bed last night. This crossed my mind. If someone from Holland marries someone who's Filipino, and then they have kids, are their kids jalapenos?
Yes, I think so.
Just wondering. Thought about this last night. People working in watch stores must hate their jobs the day after, say, daylight savings time begins.
Yes. To reset all those watches.
Worst job.
No kidding.
Worst job. Here's something I was thinking about. You can legally kick your own child out of the house at 18 years old with nothing. Go, you're an adult. Get out. Go do your thing. However, you can actually be forced to take care of another adult you want nothing to do with once you get divorced.
Oh.
Yeah. How aggravating must that be?
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to take care of your own kid.
Right? Yeah. Thought about this before falling asleep with the gummy action going. When you walk into a 7-Eleven, there's no way in hell you'd ever guess it's an $18 billion company.
No, especially when you have to pull your shoes off the floor every time you take a step.
That seems more like an $18 company.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on there? Biscuits and gravy are a little weird. Here's some really wet flour poured over some really dry flour.
Yeah. True.
That's all biscuits and gravy is.
Yeah.
A little bit of seasoning here and there, but come on. I thought about this before falling asleep last night. Dogs probably think they have a 100% success rate protecting the house from the mailman.
Oh, you're right.
Every time they bark, the mailman's like, oh, gotta go. Mailman's
got rid of him again.
Yep. Uh-huh. You don't stand a chance. I thought about this before falling asleep. This is kind of scary. This one worried me a little bit. The universe might have already ended, and we're just waiting for it to reach us. Like cosmic dominoes.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's coming.
Yeah.
We just don't know when.
There are stars that have exploded and ended, and we don't know it because we haven't seen it yet.
2 billion years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting to see it.
Yeah.
So the universe is folding in on itself as we speak.
Right.
We just don't know when it's going to get to us.
Yeah. Although, if we did know that had happened, this would tie into this one, because one of the most unsettling things in the world would be if you knew the day and month you were going to die, but not the year.
Oh, every year.
Like the reverse birthday. You're just waiting for it and waiting for it, holding your breath. Oh, I'm still
you
here.
Stay in bed under the covers the whole day.
Right.
Then your house catches on fire.
This is the last thing I thought of before off to La La Land, because I think one of the best nicknames, one of the funniest nicknames, and we've used it before. You got your old balloon knot there on your backside.
The old BH.
Yeah, the old anuses are known as balloon knots. And what's funny is the anuses and balloon knots perform the same function. It's all about just keeping that air in. How tight is that to keep the air in?
Balloon knot.
The old balloon knot. There you go. Some of my gummy thoughts. 99.7 The Blitz. All right. So over the weekend, our coworker who has joined us before on the show, Westside Jeff. He's the one who's given me a roof over my head for the past few months as I've been waiting for the family to move down here. His daughter is pregnant, coming towards, 7 months or so, coming towards the end here. I don't know, when do they have baby showers? 6-7 months? Something like that?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And, it's funny, on Friday, I was getting ready to leave to go back to Detroit, and I asked him, he said, "You ready for the baby shower?" He goes, "Yeah, I guess." I'm like, he goes, "I'm golfing." So you don't go? He goes, "No, that's the woman thing." I thought, I was like, the grandfather doesn't go to the baby shower? He goes, "No, the women get together and do it."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay." Great, don't have to go.
My daughter's got one coming up in a couple weeks. I'm like, yeah, I'll go fishing. No problem.
Really? Okay. Well, here's the other thing, is that speaking with his wife, she said, we're not going to do any of the games, the rip the toilet paper and measure the belly sort of thing. She's not doing any of that.
Yeah.
But she also fully admits she is an over-the-top kind of person. When she does something, she goes all out. And I was mind-blown by what she did for this baby shower. She's got a Cricut machine where you can make stencils and things for shirts.
Yeah.
And so she printed off a whole bunch of different patterns. Some of them were Cleveland Cavaliers stuff. I know the father-to-be is a lacrosse player, so they had like the lacrosse sticks. They had the high school he went to, the college logos for the college they went to. They had some funny baby sayings, "I love the nip" or whatever. All kinds of stuff. And they were all on these sheets. And then she bought a whole bunch of plain white onesies and a whole bunch of bibs. And then they had the machine, the screen print machine.
Yes.
So basically, as a guest, you came in and you designed a onesie or a bib from the logos. They would heat it up and put the sticker on, and then you gifted it to the parents.
I love it. That's really cute.
That's so crazy to me. A make-your-own onesie bar?
That's great.
At a baby shower? I've never seen that before.
Never. Me neither. I love it. It's really creative.
Yeah. It is a really creative idea, absolutely. It's unique and, personalized gift. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this combination,
And it's like you have to budget out like maybe 2 hours for a shower, and it's like you're going to eat and you're going to have cake, but what are you going to do for the rest of the time? And there's your answer. It's something fun. It's something everybody can get involved in.
Yeah.
But it doesn't require you embarrassing yourself with games or the fact that you don't know that much about the girl who's pregnant by getting one of those trivia games.
The trivia games,
Where
right.
did she meet her husband? I don't know where they met.
What is something unique or even maybe slightly over the top that you saw at a wedding or a baby shower, some sort of get-together? Because I remember spending the years DJing weddings and stuff. I did see a personalized fireworks show one time, and I was like, oh God. Yeah, and it was like a 250-person wedding. I mean, this was one of those weddings you're like, what do you do for a living? Because there's no way. No way. Have you ever seen anything kind of over the top before? 800-821-9970 or 99-700. Can you think of anything, Kelly? Thick?
The only thing I can think of is that I, at my bachelorette party, all my girlfriends and female family members, they did like a "this is your life" kind of thing and took me back to my old childhood home and like through high school. I like all this stuff it was really fun. And we took a limo and went to all these places that meant something to me
Oh, wow.
as I, grew up from childhood on up to the present day at that time, which was really fun. And it took a lot of thought and a lot of navigating. And it was really, I don't know, meaningful for me, but that's the most over-the-top thing I've ever been
that's
involved
really
in.
thoughtful. I wouldn't say over the extravagant, but really thoughtful.
Mostly it's just a one location. We're doing games and cake and gifts and see you later.
I mean, that was my proposal to Nora. I did This Is Our Relationship, and we went to 4 different spots, and I wrote her a note every time we went to the different spot about
that's so nice.
Things we had done there before I took her back to the original spot, the original restaurant, the original table where we met. And that's where I
love
proposed.
it.
But,
perfect.
But it was very, it was cheap. It was a Sunday afternoon. It was handwritten notes, nothing extravagant.
But it took some thought and some navigating.
It did.
Which I really appreciate the effort in something like that.
Thick, anything extravagant or over the top that you can think of?
I just think of something very funny when my friend Brad got married. I was his best man, and when they said, "You may now kiss the bride," he turned to me and I squirted breath freshener in his mouth, and then he gave her the kiss.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yep. But again, what, $2.95 for a thing of breath mints?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing over the top.
I'd love to know what this cricket thing
Yes.
called. I mean, I bet that was
crazy.
was pricey.
A little bit,
Yeah.
for sure.
Thina said a mashed potato martini bar.
So
I don't know.
Mashed potato martini bar. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes and martinis? Sign me up.
So you get a bowl of mashed potatoes. I'm assuming they're like Sunday toppings. You can put your bacon bits, your cheese, your chives,
anything you want.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
and then you go get your martini.
Oh, I'm really envisioning something.
But mashed potatoes
wonderful.
and martinis don't sound like they'd go very
Does
well
to me.
Okay.
We used to go to Hyde Park, a friend of mine and I, and we would get a glass of wine and their whipped potatoes. Like, literally, that's what we would
And that was it?
Yes.
Wow.
Like, sit at
Okay.
the bar and eat their mashed potatoes and drink a glass of wine. Yeah. No, that's a good combo.
Okay. 800-821-9970 or 99700. The most extravagant, over-the-top thing you've seen at, like, a wedding, a baby shower. Heck, even a funeral. Did somebody go all out for their funeral? I'd love to know. It's 99.7 The Blitz. All right, 800-821-9970. What's the most extravagant thing you've seen at, like, a wedding, a baby shower, maybe even a funeral? Anthony says, my cousin had one of those $60,000 weddings, over-the-top Vera Wang dress, Cinderella-themed, and her cake was a replica of Cinderella's castle.
Wow.
Absolutely stunning, but I can't even imagine what it cost.
Yeah, that's nuts. Amy says, any bachelorette party that involves a flight, that is over the top. I kind of agree, but it's almost commonplace now to say, hey, I'm doing a bachelorette in Cancun.
Yeah.
What?
I do know last year, when I was the best man in a wedding, we did do a travel bachelor party. We recreated a golf trip that we took years ago to Santa Fe, New Mexico. But it was 3 of us, and they were in Colorado, so they drove the 5 hours down, and I did fly in. But I was the best man. I had all intentions of doing it. In fact, it was my idea to do it there. But it's not like he was asking like 20 people to show up. It was just 3 of us, 3 guys just doing this little golf trip. So it wasn't like
I like it. That's
too
fine.
crazy.
I don't mind any of it, although I don't want to be invited to anything like that.
right, yeah. I don't want to spend that kind of money.
It's just a lot.
6359 says, my daughter went to prom a couple years ago, and one of the couples there had had their group picture taken by professional photographers that were hired.
Oh,
man.
wow.
For prom?
Okay.
Come on, that's mom and dad taking pictures. You don't need a professional photographer for that.
Who do you think you are? Live in New Albany? You think you're a Les Wexner?
Kelly Quinn. JC said, at my best friend's funeral last year, he had an Irish wake. Everybody did a shot, and then you said the memory that is struck. I don't know, I guess stuck in your head. I had several shots, shared several memories, almost couldn't drive back from Springfield to Lancaster from a funeral.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, doing tons of shots. Yeah, I can understand that.
That would have, you gotta be careful with that one.
You want to honor the person.
You do.
With a shot or 2 or 10.
You do.
By the way, Susan said that she thinks the person meant mashed potatoes in martini glasses, not with martinis.
Yeah, hard pass. I need a martini.
And like a Sunday bar. Right.
Wait, so they take a scoop of mashed potatoes, put it in a martini glass, and then you go through
the toppings.
Your toppings.
Yeah, it's very
and
fancy.
Kelly says, hard pass.
Put the mashed potatoes on the side. Give me that martini.
Absolutely. It's 997 The Blitz.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
Former President Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive prostate cancer. The finding came after the 82-year-old reported urinary symptoms, which led doctors to discover the prostate cancer on Friday, which they say has metastasized to his bones. A spokesperson says Biden and his family are discussing treatment options with his doctor. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating after a tall ship hit the Brooklyn Bridge on Saturday. That was so wild, that video.
Yeah.
Mexican Navy training vessel apparently lost power and hit the bridge, shearing off the tops of its 3 wooden masts. 2 crew members were killed. 19 others aboard the ship were injured.
Man, the flashbacks of the Baltimore Bridge.
Yeah, thankfully there was no structural damage to the Brooklyn Bridge. What was even crazier was in that video, the area in which this ship was coming had a lot of people on it. They're watching, and you can hear them, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then people start running. There were 2 guys closest to the boat, and they waited up till that boat was in their face before they... This boat was hitting the bridge and everything, and they're sitting there videotaping.
It was awesome video.
Like, for the gram, straight up.
Big
like,
time.
move!
Get
There is
out
a
of the
runaway
way.
boat coming at you, colliding with a bridge, and you're standing there. That's insane.
It's insane. All right. Well, we talked last week about Tommy Lee and Brittany Furlan getting divorced. They've been married for, 6-7 years, whatever. And the first, I guess, TMZ story said, it's because of Tommy Lee's drinking. Now we're finding out some more, and it has gotten very juicy. Apparently, Brittany Furlan, a while back, started Snapchatting with Falling in Reverse singer Ronnie Radke. And for weeks, they were sending flirty messages back and forth. So Tommy Lee finds out about this, is infuriated, and confronts Ronnie Radke. And Ronnie Radke's like, what are you talking about, dude? I am not talking to your girl. And Tommy Lee shows him, I guess she didn't save any of the messages, but shows the account. And he's like, dude, you're getting catfished. That is not me. This is not me, Ronnie Radke. Somebody else is posing as me. So Brittany's like, absolutely not. I have been talking with the real Ronnie Radke. So she sends a message to the real Ronnie Radke saying she knows that he's the one who's been messaging her for weeks, that they've been talking back and forth. He's like, girl, it was not me. He's like, you got, girl. This is not me. You and I have never even followed each other. What would make you think that I would be pursuing you? And she's like, okay, well, whatever. Why don't you just leave me alone? And he's like, cool, man. I am not the one bothering you. So anyway, come to find out, it was a catfish. And this person's been catfishing at least 3 women who have sent Ronnie Radke the exchanges back and forth. And he's like, this is not me. This is a catfish. So he makes a ton of posts about the situation, and she's upset. She keeps messaging him, stop posting about me and all this. She's super embarrassed at this point. But here's a little bit of what Ronnie Radke has to say.
Brittany, if you're watching this, and you are, I'm really sorry. I just realized you definitely fell for some crazy shit. I'm super sorry that you got duped and stuff like that, and genuinely, I'm not trying to be sarcastic right now. I genuinely feel bad, and I'm sorry. And once again, sorry that I yelled at you. I mean, you can only understand that I'm mad, and I'm sorry to Tommy and everything, man. Tommy, man, I'm not doing this to you, and I hope that you can somehow be cordial with me too. You know what I mean? I love your band, so see you guys.
Okay, so that was kind of like crazy sound. But anyway, yeah, he's like, I'm sorry to both of you. It wasn't me. I don't know what to tell you, but I feel bad that you've gotten in this situation, but I have nothing to do with it.
I just hate the fact that she's going after Ronnie Radke now, saying, stop posting. No, I'm going to clear my name.
Clearing my name.
Yeah.
Forget your feelings. I'm clearing my name. I did nothing wrong. You should be embarrassed. You got catfished thinking it was me.
This influencer named Alexa Starr, she started piping up like, Ronnie Radke, you're a liar. You were messaging me as well. And he's like, I am not messaging either of you, to a point where he's like, do you not understand that somebody is using my name and my picture and created a whole fake account? Do you not understand that? And then he comes back with this.
Look who just messaged me. Judy Garland DM'd me. Hey, it's Judy Garland. I seem to have lost my purse somewhere. Please cash at me $145 so I can get to Carnegie Hall tonight. Clang, 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 went trolley. Dude!
What?
He was just like, this is how easy it is to say you're somebody else.
He even played a video of a guy showing him how this guy used AI to create the fake him.
Yeah.
And he showed the whole video of it.
So it's crazy. Brittany Furlan says, okay, all right, I was catfish. Fine, whatever. I'm totally embarrassed. Please give me privacy. Now, she was trying to, like, really lay this guy out, in private messages. And when she finally was convinced that it was a catfish, she's like, I need privacy. Please leave me. Let me deal with this
Which
situation.
I get, but don't.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but don't attack him for trying to clear his name.
Right. Yeah. And she was like, she said it's embarrassing for me and my husband. I'm like, mainly just for you.
Mainly just for you. Yep.
All right. Those are your three things.
Hey, welcome to your Monday. We are less than an hour away. We've got your tickets for, what show are we doing today? Are we doing the Volbeat today? I think we're doing
whatever you want.
No, I'll let Kelly choose. Do you want to do Volbeat or Stained and Breaking Benjamin today?
Oh my gosh, you guys! Let's just do Volbeat. It's the first one you mentioned, and I like it. Let's
let
do
the
it.
winner choose.
Oh,
you can do that too.
Yeah,
because Stained and Breaking Benjamin is at the Riverbend Music Center this Sunday. So the show's upcoming. So if you don't have plans this Sunday and you want to make a trip down to Cincy, you can do that. Or you can wait until August 17th when Volbeat's coming. But we've got those tickets coming up in about 35 minutes. Right now, however, we got to rehash an old debate. This has been going on for a while, but someone has made it popular again on social media by complaining online. Take a listen to what this guy had to say.
Don't hate me, but I feel like if men have to put the toilet seat down for women, women should leave it up for men as well.
I have never heard this one.
Now, I
find
it shocking that Jennifer Hudson, this is on the Jennifer Hudson Show, her talk show. She obviously does like a little Q&A with the audience. And she's never heard it? Really?
We got to sit with this one. I heard a bunch of no's, but...
Hear me out. So,
yeah, we listening.
Me and my wife... So my wife and I, we go back and forth about this all the time. I mean, we split chores in the house. She cooks, I clean. She does a little bit more shopping than me, but most things are equal, so why not one more, right? I'm trying.
Terrible argument.
Okay, thank you.
And she just moves on. Yeah, I don't know about the whole we split everything in the house, so why not, split the toilet seat duty? It's one of those old school chivalrous type things. You put the toilet seat down.
Well,
now,
I think a toilet's natural resting state is with the seat down. And literally,
the toilet seat feels more comfortable in its natural resting state with the toilet seat
and
down.
We have to sit 100% of the time. You sit 50, maybe 100. Maybe you'll sit while you're peeing. But if that's the case, you still need the toilet seat down. You're not sitting on an open toilet seat. So obviously the answer is it needs to stay down because that's,
it's natural resting
and
state.
plus, if you accidentally whip it up and pee into a toilet that has the seat down, you're still making it mostly. You can just clean off the seat. Everything can be done with that toilet seat down. So leave it down. And if you want to lift it up, then just put it back down.
Okay.
It just seems easy to me.
Okay. Thick?
Yeah, I honestly, I want the seat and the lid down all the time in my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because, and after going, I put them down before I flush because that plume will come up and spread stuff.
They have done scientific studies where the poo flakes can go about 6 feet.
Right into your toothbrush.
Outside of the toilet. Although I am kind of shocked you're concerned about that with your poo palms only using, four sheets of toilet paper. We know it's everywhere anyway.
Keep in mind, it's at a time. 4 at a time. I might use 3 times in one sitting.
Still not enough.
Oh.
And I'll be the first to admit, I have openly admitted, I would say about 37% of the time I'm sitting down to pee anyways.
Yeah.
It's more comfortable.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're all sitting on that seat.
If it's a wake up in the middle of the night pee, I am 100% of the time sitting down to pee.
Really?
100%.
I don't know why people don't. I don't know why you guys don't do it all the time. It's super comfortable.
Quicker.
I don't know if it's necessarily quicker. Why would it
I
be
don't have to
quicker?
take you got to drop your pants all the way down, take time
How
to
long
sit
does
there.
that take?
Yeah.
2 seconds?
Well, it's going to be longer than it takes me with just standing.
Well, but that's not true because we have confirmed that you're over the fence and not through the glory hole. So you're already undoing your pants to get to the stuff this far. So why not just drop to your knees and turn
Well,
around
if I
and sit
wake
down?
up in the middle of the night, I don't have any pants to worry about.
Oh, well, I understand that part.
You're just
That's
flopping
easy.
around there in the breeze. All right.
He's just thigh to thigh.
That's
slapping
the
back
healthy
and
way to
forth.
sleep.
So just sit
Flap,
down.
flap, flap,
Don't.
flap, flap.
You don't sit down in the middle of the night.
No.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay.
that's crazy
It
to
does
me.
feel more comfortable.
100% does.
Just take a
Just
load
wanna
off,
get done and
man.
get back to
Take
sleep.
a load off.
I just think if you're making that argument, then you're kind of a lazy man. Just put the seat down.
I did. It's always down.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying the guy on the
I thought
Jennifer
you were
Hudson
looking
show.
at me. I thought you were calling me
No,
lazy.
I'm more concerned about your poop palms. We got to take care of that problem first.
There's
That's all
no
I'm saying.
problem.
It's 997 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, we take a trip over to Japan for this first story, where police are looking into a theft from a 73-year-old farmer in Hokkaido, Obiriki Prefecture. I probably said none of those words correct. Police announced on May 16th they need some help locating 70 racing pigeons. Yes, somebody stole 70 racing pigeons. The coop has no security cameras installed and was not locked. While the farmer suspected his pigeons had been stolen, he was too busy to report the matters to police. He didn't know what to do. There's no signs of disturbances by the animals, such as weasels or cats that may have gotten in to eat the pigeons. So he just has to assume they were stolen. You're asking, how much are racing pigeons worth? Well, the racing pigeons are worth about 1.4 million yen.
Wow.
It's about $9,600.
90 cents. Oh, $9,600. Gotcha.
I mean, $9,600 still
Yeah, still a lot.
good chunk of money. That's so amazing to me. Side note, that you're like, yeah, I've got 1.4 million yen. Okay, you've got less than $10,000. Like, I don't know. Are you walking into a store and you're like, here's 1 million yen?
Or here's 1 million pennies.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just you just carry around. You're like a millionaire in your pocket.
Yeah.
Is it worth that much?
Okay, is there a 1 million yen bill?
Yes, that's how they pay in bills, right?
Yeah.
It's not. They're not coins.
No, I know, but I mean, there is a bill that is 1 million yen.
Yeah, because if it's 1 yen, then it would be like obviously not a lot.
Yeah.
Do they sell things over for 1 yen?
I mean, nobody's carrying around a million bills.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It says it's up to 10,000 yen bills
Per bill.
Oh, okay.
All right.
10,000 yen.
I don't
Good to
know. Yeah.
So you need 100 to be a million.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. This second story, man, you got to be. This is Ashburn, Derbyshire, England, where a teacher had to evacuate not only her classroom but the entire school because they were outside doing a nice little show and tell. I mean, who remembers show and tell? Do you remember show and tell in school?
100%.
What did you take to school for show and tell?
Well, one time when I was, I don't know, in kindergarten, I think I brought my little sister in a bag, and she popped out of the bag, and it was just a delightful situation for the whole class because everybody was like bringing their favorite stuffed animal or their piece of, interest, I don't know, whatever collection they had, and I brought my little sister, and it was really fun.
You're not kidding.
I'm not kidding. I loved it.
You put your sister in a
my
bag.
little sister in a shopping bag, and she popped out.
In
And
a
the whole class was
shopping
like,
bag?
"Oh!"
What grade?
How old?
I was in kindergarten.
Oh, so your little sister was a baby.
Yeah, she was like
What?
1.5.
And they let you?
And
your
you put
parents
your
let
sister in a shopping bag?
My mom brought her. My gosh, what are you guys envisioning here? Like, I'm a 5-year-old. My mom drove us there, put my little sister in a bag, and we drug her into the classroom.
You've got a double plastic Kroger bag, and you're walking in with your 1.5-year-old
Not a plastic bag. This was before plastic bags.
Those didn't exist yet.
Think about a big, like a Lazarus bag or whatever back in the day, a big Macy's bag.
But I couldn't-
paper, and then a little tiny kid can crawl in there, and then you drag her little butt in there, surprise the class, everybody's delighted, and then they go home.
But you were probably doing the same. I'm picturing Kelly walking down the sidewalk to school, carrying the bag with her 1.5-year-old sister.
Just swinging it along. Cuts a corner too tight, hits a locker. Baby's in the bag. Little sister's now got a dent in her forehead. Walked in with a bag. Okay, well, right. Head teacher Jeanette Hart said that she was a bit surprised when the child stepped up for show and tell and pulled out a hand grenade from World War II.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. She had to then carefully walk the hand grenade over behind a giant tree, got everyone away, informed school officials. They evacuated the entire school to the other side of the parking lot, where they then called police, who brought in the actual Army experts and found out that thankfully the grenade was not harmful. It was a dud, not armed, and everything's fine. But I have to assume the child walked out of the house thinking, oh, this will be cool for show and tell, without telling their parents. Because there's no way your parents are going to allow you to take a hand grenade to school.
Why is it out where the kid could get it?
That's
I guess
another
if it's a
valid
dud,
question.
If it's a dud, they probably weren't too worried about it.
Right. But still, I'm not even keeping a dud hand grenade. I'm not getting one of those little hand grenade lighters that you pop the top. I'm not even taking any chances. There's no way. That's a bad show and tell. That's your not so breaking news.
I'm tired of your goddamn rock and roll, anything goes lifestyle.
This is your Blitz Rock Rundown, the Monday morning edition.
Rock and roll! Yeah, let's get to it. Hi, Tess. How are you?
Hi, great. How are you?
I don't know if it was I wanted to say I'm thankful, because I don't know if it was a recent video or if I came across an old one, but I'm really glad that your self-tanner kind of died down a little bit, because the video I saw...
The one with the cat?
Yeah. Yeah, the one I saw, it looked like you had just finished your side hustle as a chimney sweep.
Yep, it was pretty bad.
It was... Ooh.
No filter or anything.
Gotta let that thing settle in a little bit.
Yeah, you should have seen the shower after that.
Is that an old video? Or
No, that was right before Sonic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Came across it last night, and I was like, oh, wow. Oh, man.
Who is she?
All right. The Blitz Rock Rundown. Let's get to it, Tess. What you got?
Mudvayne. They're hitting the road this fall to celebrate 25 years of their debut album, LD50.
Yeah.
And the tour kicks off in September. They'll be joined by Static X and Vended on select dates.
Really?
And they're coming to Youngstown on September 17th, and with Static X and Vended. And then that's just before their appearance at Louder Than Life on September 19th. And Ronnie Hunter posted their tour announcement video at theblitz.com.
No Columbus?
No. It's like a 3-hour drive, right? To Youngstown from here?
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
It's doable if you're going to go see a show in Cincinnati or Detroit. Same thing.
Yeah. Why do you... He never leaves the house, like, ever, unless he's fishing, so... I get it, why he's complaining.
I just don't want to drive a long way.
Yeah. Big change for I Prevail. Co-vocalist Brian Burkheiser, I always just called him Burke, he's leaving the band. They posted a joint statement saying that it was a tough but mutual decision, and after 10 wild years, they're going their separate ways. No drama. Brian says that he's thankful for everything and excited for what's next, and the band says that they're just going to keep pushing forward, and they're going to make new music soon. And they're playing at Inc. on Friday, July 18th.
Wow. Are you really bummed?
It seems like there's a lot of band changes going on in the past few months.
Man, it never used to be that way.
I didn't
Bands
think
stayed
so.
together. It was always the same. This was like the David Lee Roth to Sammy Hagar was just so shocking.
Yes.
It's like, that doesn't, what do you mean you can't do that?
Right.
You can't leave a band?
Yeah.
Right. Well, in a surprising move, Foo Fighters just let go of their drummer Josh Freese. He joined the band in 2023 after Taylor Hawkins passed, and he's been with them ever since, touring and in the studio. But Josh posted on Instagram saying that the band called him last Monday night and said that they're going in a different direction. No real explanation, just that's it. Josh said he's not mad, just shocked. He's been drumming for 40 years and has never been fired before. But he's still touring with The Perfect Circle right now and hinted at posting a top 10 reasons I got booted list.
He knows why. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying.
I wonder if it'll be mixed into the top 10.
It
You have to
probably
guess
will.
the real reason.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Still nothing from Foo Fighters yet. But they did announce their first show since Dave Grohl fathered a child outside of his marriage back in August. They'll be playing at the Singapore Grand Prix on October 4th.
And then Sonic Temple 2026. Fingers crossed. Unofficial announcement. I'm calling for it. If I keep saying it'll happen.
Who would you want to see drum?
Oh, anyone that can play the music correctly and on time.
Okay.
I don't care.
All right, 5-finger death punch. They're pulling a Taylor Swift. They've re-recorded a bunch of their older songs after finding out their old label sold the rights to their first 7 albums without telling them.
How does that happen?
Yeah, you can't do that.
It's happened to her. It happened to Kesha.
So now we're getting 20 years of 5-Finger Death Punch, best of Volume 1. So far, they've re-recorded Bad Company, Jekyll and Hyde, and a new version of I Refuse featuring Maria Brink from In This Moment.
Rock out.
It's all right.
I can hardly hear her.
I know. You can hear the whole song at theblitz.com. And guitarist Zoltan Bathory, he was like, we had no idea our music was being sold. So we're taking back control. And Swifties switched to streaming her new version out of protest and loyalty. And we have one of the most hardcore and loyal fan bases on the planet. So I know they'll do the same.
That's just foul.
That is pretty wrong. I mean, did they get... Well, I mean, do they still own any part of that music? Did they get a big royalty check? Or once, you know, your label, you get paid off the album sales and your record label owns the music and they can do whatever they want with it?
You know,
that's so crappy.
That's a really good question. I looked it up. I could not figure out how a record label could do that. I couldn't find an answer. I thought maybe you guys could help me out with that one.
No idea.
Well, again, yeah, I mean, you know, record labels do own the masters and can do what they want with it, but do you hold any sort of retention? I mean, I'm sure all contracts are different.
Right.
You know, and a lot more artists are going towards the I want to own my masters route.
Yeah.
Which you think you automatically would, at least a percentage of it, before it goes, you know, before the record label gets all their money selling the rights for, you know, music, TV, commercial usage, things like that. I mean, that's the point of owning your masters, so you can make that little side money on all that stuff.
We also, you know, we've heard over the past few years several huge bands who have sold their catalogs for just billions of dollars to streaming services or whatever. They were able to do that.
But they own their masters. That was part of their contract, and they sold their entire catalog, so now whoever bought the catalog can use the publishing rights and all that kind of stuff.
I think it's a bunch of BS. When you get a chance, though, you should listen to the new masters or the re-recorded versions because, like, Bad Company, for example, you can definitely tell a difference, and he even changes up some of the lyrics.
Oh, really?
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, that was your Blitz Rock Rundown.
Love it. Thank you so much, Tess. Really appreciate it. Coming up next, your chance to win. We'll give you a choice. Volbeat or Stained and Breaking Benjamin, your choice in tickets. We are going to play. It is another round of Kelly versus Goose in a game of Think Fast. We'll get to that coming up next. 99.7 The Blitz. Man, hard to believe. Well, I mean, I don't even know here in Ohio. I can only go by the fact that I know we are less than 3 weeks away from my family moving down here. The school year's wrapping up, and they had to get that all done. Didn't want to take them out of the school year, you know, halfway through when I moved down here. So that's all coming to close. Our schools, they're wrapping up soon here, right?
Yeah, I think most are out in May at some point.
Okay.
Like, we've had graduations the last couple weekends.
Yes, I've seen that. It'd be a real bummer to go through Memorial Day and then have to go back to school, like, after you get that Monday off and you go back for a few more days.
Yeah.
It's like, just cut it off at Memorial Day.
That's how we always did it, too.
Yeah. But we've got tickets up for grabs. Volbeat is going to be performing Sunday, August 17th with Hailstorm and the Ghost Inside at Riverbend Music Center. And Stained and Breaking Benjamin are going to be at Riverbend Music Center this Sunday. So we're going to give you your choice. We need two contestants, or I should say two representatives right now. 800-821-9970. It is a game of Think Fast. Kelly versus Goose. And we are doing school edition because school is wrapping up here shortly. So Thick has compiled a whole bunch of Think Fast questions revolving around school.
Uh-oh.
But first, we need our two representatives. So let's go to the phones. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
This is Eric.
Eric. All right, Eric, you called in first. So your choice. Do you want to be represented by Goose or by Kelly?
Kelly.
Oh, boy.
Pressure's on.
Oh.
Pressure's on. You got picked first, Kelly.
All right, this isn't my forte, but I'm going to do my best for you.
All right, let's get another contestant here. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
This is Brandy.
Brandy. All right, Brandy. You called in second. You got stuck with me.
Okay.
So it's Kelly and Eric. It's Goose and Brandy.
Let's do this, Eric.
I will say, as of late, it's been Kelly's win streak.
She's 9-6-1.
Yeah, she has taken down the last 3 games.
And what do you mean this is not your forte? You went to school?
I did go to school, but I do think that Goose is faster on his feet than I am. But let's see.
Yeah, but the other problem with that is school was not my forte. Okay. I did terrible. I did absolutely terrible. I barely graduated.
Well, I'm not giving you any math problems or anything like that. So.
I know I'm good at fast math. That's what I would have wanted.
Me too.
I would have wanted
I used to love the speed tests.
All right. Here we go. Kelly versus Goose. Think fast. This is school edition. So this is how the game works. You're going to say, name a category or something and give us a letter.
Yeah.
And we have to name something with that letter, with that particular letter.
Oh, boy.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Are we ready?
Ready.
Runners on your mark. A school subject that starts with S.
Science.
Spanish. What?
I heard Goose first.
What'd you say?
Science.
Oh, I thought you said signage. I'm like, what school did you go to?
Hey, calligraphy, that counts, doesn't it?
Okay.
No. Science. Right off the bat. Here
Science. We go. All right, Goose has a point. All right. Something in a backpack that starts with the letter N.
Notebook.
Yes.
Ha!
I told you I'm not good at this game. Don't give me that look.
I didn't give you a look.
You guys both looked at me like,
I'm going to kick your ass look is the look I gave.
They looked at me like, are you dumb?
Kelly, you can rally.
Okay.
You got this.
All right.
All right. A reason for detention that starts with the letter T.
Talking in class.
Oh,
yes.
Man.
Oh, yes.
Whoa. He didn't even say the letter yet.
I just got it out. That was it. I did get the letter out. There's no cheating going on here. That was impressive.
I don't know about that.
I think that's because that's what she got in trouble for.
That's the only thing I could think of, and it happened to be the letter you asked for.
All right. A classroom object that starts with the letter M.
Magnet.
No, that's not good. That's not good enough.
What do you mean not good? A marker.
I'll accept marker. I'm not accepting magnet, but you
Why
still
would you not accept magnet?
Who has magnets?
Science
in
class.
The letters on the chalkboard in kindergarten, they put the colorful letters up on the magnet on the chalkboard.
There's also magnets in science class.
The magnets in science class.
Magnets were a big part of science class.
I'll accept marker. You still won.
It's a classroom object. I mean, it's...
I don't see the problem.
I don't either. All right, here we go. A character from a book that starts with the letter H.
Huckleberry Finn.
Yes.
Eric, listen, I was never going to win this to begin with.
What?
I'm sorry about your luck.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Let's go.
All right. A video game.
Wait. Go on.
What? What the hell was that? You don't get to tell the starter in a race.
It was a stalling tactic. Go on.
But I like the wait. Go on. All right. A video game.
Donkey Kong.
A video game middle schoolers play that starts with the letter F.
Fortnite.
Oh, that was a tie. That was a dead tie, without a doubt.
But I also gave the extra Donkey Kong answer, so mine's weighted a little heavier. All right, I'm just trying to get a point
excuses
here.
are just rolling.
I only have 1 point. You have like 50, so settle down over there.
He has 4. One more, he's getting the win.
All right.
Who are you shushing?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Everybody.
All right, here we go.
Everybody in your car, be quiet. I have to concentrate.
Something you do after school that starts with the letter H.
Homework!
Damn, another tie. All right, ready?
Ready.
A music.
Wait.
What?
Okay, go.
Hold on.
He's going to fight you back with this stuff now. A musical instrument in band class that starts with C.
Clarinet.
What did you say, Goose?
Flute. I tried to cut you off and guess the letter, and it didn't work in my favor that time. Tried to pull a Kelly Quinn, and it didn't work.
She's trying to stay in this.
Wait, you said one more and I win.
You didn't get one more
got
yet.
it.
Oh.
I'm waiting for somebody to get 5 here.
Oh, gotcha. First to 5, okay. Was it 4 to 2?
Yes,
All right.
it is.
Wait, it's only 4 to 2?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Something a teacher might say that starts with the letter Q.
Quiet. Oh, you got it. You're right. You got it. You got it. I give it to you. I heard you first.
And that means Brandy, right?
Yes.
Brandy with the win! Yay! Back on track, back in the winner's circle. All is right with the world as it should be.
You know what? I really am glad that you won this one because it's my I'm retiring playing for this particular game. This was my last one.
You won it last time.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back in, baby. I'm back in.
And you're
Not
still.
to mention, you don't have a choice. Like, you play the game that is presented.
You are also up 9-7-1.
Okay, I'm back in.
Oh my God!
I was going to retire from this particular game, but I'm not
she's
now.
not competitive, Goose.
No, not at all. Brandy, your choice. You want to check out Volbeat Sunday, August 17th at the Riverbend Music Center, or do you want to head down there this Sunday to see Stained and Breaking Benjamin?
We're going to go with Volbeat.
All right. Enjoy the show. We'll get you hooked up with tickets. Eric, I'm sorry you made your first poor decision on a Monday by choosing Kelly as a teammate. Don't make any more throughout the day, okay?
Gotcha.
All right. Have a great one.
Hey, Eric.
Back in the winning
I thought
circle.
we were bros still, but he really hung up pretty
No, he
fast.
did. He was not happy.
He was not
with
happy with
you
me at all.
Yeah. We'll have more tickets tomorrow. 99.7 The Blitz.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
Columbus is at the top of the list of Ohio cities when it comes to UFO sightings. Stacker.com has put together rankings based on numbers shared by the National UFO Reporting Center. At roughly 280 sightings since 1995, Columbus lands at number 1, well ahead of both Cincinnati and Cleveland. Now, you can contribute images and descriptions, things that you see, to this app called Enigma. It's a crowdsourced UFO reporting app. I really want to download that and just see what's going on in there. People putting... I like to see the pictures and stuff.
Okay.
Let's get the evidence.
I'd like to see some clear ones that aren't all grainy, like all the other ones we always see.
I want to see, is there a Bigfoot app or is it the same one? You can put...
Probably the
on the
same
Enigma,
one.
put the grainy pictures of Bigfoot.
Same thing with Nessie.
Yeah. They have all the goods on Enigma.
Never a clear picture.
Former President Biden suffering from an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has spread to his bones. Spokesman for the former president says the diagnosis came after doctors found a nodule on his prostate on Friday that required further evaluation. The cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which does allow for effective management. So I guess that Biden and his family are reviewing his treatment options. This is wild. This documentary called Slauson Wreck was a late addition to the Cannes Film Festival lineup, and it is getting a ton of buzz. The documentary is all about this experimental theater company, which was started by Shia LaBeouf in 2018. And this documentary is about the horrifying mistreatment of company members. Long story short, LaBeouf would go from really excited and happy about creating art to abusing these people. He became violent, flew off the handle, was bullying and berating actors and crew members. The weird thing is, he allowed this guy doing the documentary, the filmmaker, to be in the class, to film it all.
And didn't care when he was being abusive and all that kind of stuff. Wow.
He shoved one company member into a wall when he got mad. He then started fist fighting the same guy when the guy was like, I've had enough of this abuse. I'm done.
Right.
He quit And so he started fist fighting this guy.
What company is this?
It's called Slauson Rec. Now it was shut down in 2020. The acting company.
Okay.
So it was around for a couple years, but like I said, the director of the documentary was there for it all, and even Shia LaBeouf was at the screening at Cannes yesterday. And sort of answered, like saying, "Hey, when they were like, you were treating these people inhumanely," and he's like, "Well, my teaching methods are very unconventional." Like, okay, all right. But apparently, during the screening of this documentary, because it is so uncomfortable, and people are saying it's really not a great story, it's awful.
Right.
About 20 people walked out halfway through. They're like, "Yeah, we're done. I don't want to see any more of this."
Interesting.
So it is interesting. I don't know if it'll make it to theaters nationwide, but if it does, it might be worth a watch.
It's going to be at one of the artsy-fartsy movie theaters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
could be. All right, those are your three things.
All right, you ever try and do something romantic for your significant other? A little surprise. Maybe you, call ahead to a restaurant or, in this case, a hotel. Rachel Norman and her husband, Johnny, were out in Blackpool, Lancashire, England. They were there to celebrate her birthday. They had a little night out planned. This husband got a hotel room. They were going to do dinner, but he wanted to step it up a little bit and do something special. And this is another scenario of yet another story where it's like, if you just stop and think for 1 second, what are they probably asking for before you do what you're about to do? What do you think the outcome is that they want? Because this most likely would not be it. This was a nice hotel. This is a hotel where, yes, you can call ahead and ask for a thing or two. I mean, I did this in northern Michigan. We saw a waiter carrying a tray of strawberries and champagne, but it was kind of decorated nice. And I remember Nora going, "Oh," and so I kind of went aside and I was like, "Hey, we're heading out to the hot tub. Could you have that up in the room for us?" And they did. So you can ask for certain things like this. So this husband, to surprise his wife, called ahead to the hotel. Here's the thing about his wife. His wife's favorite snack is potato chips. She loves potato chips. She'll eat a couple bags a day.
Oh, wow.
And so to surprise his wife on her birthday, he called ahead and said, "Hey, I would love it if you could go into the room before we get there and put 10 bags of chips on the bed so it's all set, ready to go, and she's got it to snack on, all the different flavors, whatever she wants to get her hands on." So sure enough, that's what the hotel did. They went into the room before they got there and they put 10 bags of chips on the bed. Here's the problem. They opened the bags and dumped the chips on the bed.
They didn't understand the assignment.
They did not understand the assignment. Who wants potato chips open in the bed?
Nobody.
I've had the one food crumb or two food crumbs before.
That might be worse than sex on the beach.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Forget the sand getting in certain orifices. You don't want potato chip crumbles in the orifices. That's just wrong. Just the employee, who would think, you know what they probably want? They want potato chips dumped all over the bed. Come on. Just pause for one moment. Use just a bit of logical thinking.
I mean, at first I thought you were going to tell me the guy screwed this up, but it wasn't him.
No. It was the employees who got the request.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. Some weird kink?
Right, yeah, maybe. I mean, people have a lot of weird fetishes out there, but I don't think that would be one of them.
They want to get it on a whole bunch of baked Lays? I don't understand. Oh, and if they were flaming hot Cheetos and they get into certain places?
Oh, no. Well, I don't think anybody's going to lay down on that.
Well, what if they're jalapeno chips? I love jalapeno chips. But to have one of those rubbed up right in the crack, there's no way. There's no way. Just take a moment and pause and think.
Yeah.
What do you think they probably want?
Common sense.
Exactly. Yes. Common sense. 99.7 The Blitz.
It's not very common.
Now, let's see if we can learn you something. Sit up and pay attention.
Yep. Let's make you a little bit smarter than you were when you woke up this morning. Little tidbits of information you can take with you throughout the day. I would have to think that there are a lot of great athletic accomplishments, but one of the best is the 4-minute mile. If you can do the 4-minute mile, that's just insane. As of 2022, the 4-minute mile mark has been broken by 1,755 athletes.
That's it.
It seems like a big number when you think of all the runners and all the athletes out there. Only a little more than 1,700 athletes have broken the 4-minute mile, first achieved in 1954 by Roger Bannister. If you're running a 4-minute mile, that's an average of 15 miles per hour. To keep that up, that's insane. The conditioning you have to run a 4-minute mile. Whew, pretty good. South Korea has compulsory military service. Every male 18 to 35 has to serve for 2 years, and there are very few ways to get out of them. But one of them, if you can run a 4-minute mile, is winning an Olympic medal. If you win an Olympic medal, you get out of military service.
Is that right?
Yeah. So maybe you spend your days as a youth, like training and practicing to get to the Olympics if you don't want to serve in the military, and hopefully get yourself a medal.
Interesting.
Yep. This is pretty crazy. The U.S. used to have more time zones than we do now. There's 4 time zones. Well, technically there's more than that if you go out to Hawaii and Alaska.
Yeah.
But the central, the mainland has
East,
4 time
Central,
zones.
Mountain, and Pacific.
Correct.
Yeah.
There used to be a lot more, in fact. In the early 1800s, city could set their own time based on the sun. There were 144 separate time zones.
Are you serious?
How would you keep track of anything?
What are you dividing them by 15 minutes?
Right. 100.
No, it's even worse than that.
4 separate time zones.
Maybe like 5 minutes.
That's insane. Got down to 4 in the continental U.S. by 1883.
Okay.
I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah,
Thank
really?
you.
My God.
The last word in the Oxford English Dictionary is ziziva. The ziziva, the final word in the Oxford English Dictionary. It's a type of tropical weevil in South America. The ziziva.
Does it start with ZZ? Is that why?
ZY.
ZY. Okay.
ZZYVA.
ZYZ. Okay.
Yeah.
And xylophone starts with X. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're not even starting with the same letter.
Right, yeah.
And finally, when was the first hardcore porn movie ever made? I had you write down your answer, Thick.
What's
You
it
put
say?
it on a piece of paper. It says 1953.
I just knew there was a 3 in it.
There wasn't. Actually, I was looking at the 1883 when I said 99.3. No, it's not a 3. The first hardcore poo movie. Poo movie? Hardcore. Well, could be. Hardcore porn movie. A Free Ride is what it's called, about a guy driving down the rural roads picking up 2 women who need a ride. And boy, the plots sure haven't changed much
Not
in porn
at
movies,
all.
have
And they rewarded him for giving him a ride.
Yes, absolutely.
And they started with a threesome?
And they started with a threesome right off the bat.
Unbelievable.
It came out in 1915.
How? Would we? It
had to be a silent movie.
Yeah, black and white,
Yep.
silent. That's crazy.
Oh.
It was funny because Doug texted and he said, just figure out when the first camera was made, and it was the next day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And maybe that's it.
That makes sense. But could you imagine back at the silent movies back then, there had to be some guy at the movie theater just cranking through the movie, as opposed to the guys who are in the movie theater cranking through the movie? Yeah. 997 The Blitz.